This is at the height of the pandemic when families cannot get in to see their sick relatives, people who are dying on ventilators, and yet you and Meredith are wandering around the hospital following healthcare workers around telling their story. Um, how did you navigate that very difficult question, probably difficult for you as well as for the families and for the healthcare workers whose stories you were telling?
That was, you really put your finger on it. That was the hardest part for me, um, psychologically, emotionally being there and understanding that all of the family members of the people who were sick in this hospital could not visit them. Yet here we were, um, you know, doing our job as journalists. One thing that really helped was what we called the huddle, where we're entering a new clinical space, or even if we'd been there before, to take just a few moments to have someone in a position of authority in that space to introduce us, explain briefly what we're doing, who we are, why we're there, and just to get everyone kind of on the same page. It's often I hesitated sometimes because we're taking time away from their treatment process, their work, but it ends up saving a lot more time because if we don't do that, there's just tension. They're sort of asking each other, they're distracted by our presence. So we tried to do that every time we entered a new situation, a new space in the hospital where we're seeing people for the first time, just to introduce ourselves and explain what we were doing and why it was important.